Hello, everybody. So today I'm going to focus on your header and more particularly the logo in your header of your website. So how to make that logo of yours really shine online. So I'll give you some little design and styling tips to really make sure that your logo looks great on your website in your header. So I'm going to switch over my screen and show you a few things just to kind of give you an example of how. Let me see. First, I'm going to show my thing. Sorry, you guys are watching me do this here and flip it out. All right. Okay, so with your website, your header is at the top, and you're typically going to have your logo either maybe here in the center, or you can also choose to have your logo over more traditionally on the side. So I'm going to add a logo here on my side. And I'm going to just do that real quick. So again, here is kind of a more traditional type of thing where you have your logo over to one side and the menu is either in the center or off to, let's see, I'm going to make this full width so it just spaces out a little bit. Okay, so this is one kind of more traditional way of seeing a logo on a website. Again, you can have it centered. There's different ways you can do it, but typically it's going to either be off to the side or in the center, and you can do either of those and make them look great. However, a lot of times I see people that have issues with their logo, and it usually ends up being one of two things. One is that usually the background color of a logo will be showing up to make that logo appear as if it's in a box. And that just has kind of a more unprofessional look to it. I'm going to show you what I mean by that here. This is a little bit of an example. I'm not sure if you can see, it's got kind of a cream colored background, whereas the background of the header itself is white. So maybe I'll just change this around. I'm going to delete this from here. I'm going to go back and add it to the top so I can make it really big and you can see it a little better. I'm going to do this one more time, excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to make this really big so you can see it easily. But as you can see, this logo has this colored background in the back of it. And it looks like it's just kind of pasted on top of the logo of the header itself. This can make your overall website and the impression that you give off to others one that's just a little less professional than if you had a very clean logo with a transparent background that matched the color of your header. So there's a couple different ways you can fix this issue. One is when you're creating a logo or having a logo created, make sure that that is saved in a format with a transparent background. That's typically going to be an extension with PNG. That's a PNG file, can allow for transparent backgrounds. And you can easily make a PNG file with a transparent background yourself using a tool like Canva. So I'll go over here to Canva. This is one example of a logo. This is that other example here. This has that kind of cream colored background. I'll make it a different color so you can really see that this has a colored background. And a lot of times if you're using just the standard Canva, which is the free version of Canva, it's a fantastic tool. However, it doesn't give you the ability to create those transparent backgrounds that you're going to want to have to make that clean look in your website heading. So if you're creating your own logo in Canva, it is worth it to go ahead and upgrade to Canva Pro so that you can save your file as a transparent image, which will, again, give you that nice clean look and allow you to have that logo kind of fit in with your background heading color instead of stand out like a sticker kind of placed on top of it. I'll show you what this looks like. So with this, when you have created whatever logo you want to create in Canva, when you go to download it, you would just choose here, transparent background. Okay, and that's going to, you can choose, which of your pages you want to choose from, number 1 or number 2, and that's just going to make only the text and any elements you've applied, like this swash mark or paint mark, those are going to appear, but the background itself is going to be faded back. It's going to be transparent, so that when you create this logo and then you save that logo as a PNG file or a transparent file, again, you're going to just say transparent background and download it to your computer, Then when you upload it to be able to save it here, you're going to upload your file. You will be uploading that PNG file with that nice transparent background. And then it will look like this. So it just takes away that kind of sticker on top of something look and gives you that nice clean look. Now, if for chance you can't afford to pay for the Canva upgrade, or you actually want to have your header be the same color as is already in the background of your logo, well, you can do that too. So let's go back, and this is a way to do it if you don't want to get that transparent image. If you're okay with having the background color of your logo be a color, and maybe you just want to have your actual header all be that same color. So you can do that too. So in this case, I'm not sure what this color is. I could pick it up from Canva where I created it to see what the color is. Or here's another little tip. You can get this little Chrome extension called ColorZilla, add it to your Chrome, and then this little color dropper will allow me to select any color that's on any page of any internet page and kind of choose that color and tell me what the hex code is for that color. So the ColorZilla Chrome extension, I'm going to click on my ColorZilla and I'm going to say pick color from page. And then I'm going to hover over that background color, which is kind of, looks like a manila envelope to me. So I'm going to just click over here on that color, and it tells me right in this black bar above that this color is FAF7E6. Okay, great. If I click on that, it's going to save that to my clipboard. And then here, if I go to my header settings, by clicking on the little cog wheel next to the word header, I can go to background color. And right here, since I've just copied and saved that hex code, I'm going to change the hex code, which is right here on this color window. I'm going to paste that in. And now my entire header is that manila color. And it's going to be that vanilla kind of creamy color. So the entire background matches the background that was already in the logo. And again, it appears as if it's a seamless look across and a very nice, clean look. So this kind of fixes that one little problem of having a color in your background. Now, another issue that I see a lot is logos that have too much space in the background of the actual logo. And again, that is common to when you create logos in Canva. Let's see here. So a lot of times if you go to Canva and you use their template for creating logos, they have a lot of different logo types you can create. This was one of them. I just used this as a quick example, but the standard that they will set it to is a square. So it always is a square. It's a 500 by 500 square. That's kind of the standard template. So what happens then is you have a lot of negative space here at the top and here at the bottom. So if you just save this square format of your logo and you plop it in here, I think this is the one that's saved that way. As you can see, because there's so much white space at the top and the bottom of this logo, it appears very small. I can go to my settings and see this logo itself is as big as it can get within the space allotted for a logo within the header settings itself. So I can't make this any bigger, but it's still pretty small. And so in order to make that bigger, I need to crop out the white space that's on top and on bottom. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do this. One, you can actually just resize this image within Canva itself. So you can go to resize, and you can change this. If your logo is more horizontal, maybe you change this, the height here to 200 instead. And you can change it like this. This is going to give you a copy of that file that you've created in Canva. It's going to open up a new Canva window, and it's going to, if it ever does it. So now it has this. You can then go ahead and change this. I have this and this all together as a group. I can then drag this, make it bigger, and make it take up more of the space within this shape itself. Okay, so this is one way to kind of eliminate some of that white space. I also like to sometimes use a tool called PicMonkey, and that way I can just crop out that square image. So PicMonkey.com. When you go to PicMonkey, you'll just upload your logo. I uploaded this square-shaped logo. And if you can see, it might be hard to see on your screen, but it shows with the checkerboard pattern where the transparent part is. And then you can see, because I saved this one, I happen to save this one with a transparent background, which is what you should do. Saved this one with a transparent background, but it still just has too much space around the top and the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just upload that square shape, that transparent PNG file, and I'm going to go to crop my canvas. Now I can just take my little rulers bars here and I can just crop it down so that it's a little tighter in, and I've eliminated some of that, that white space around it. I'm going to apply that, and now I can download this newly edited file, again, still as a transparent PNG file, but again, it just has eliminated some of that white space around the top and the bottom. So now if I'm gonna upload that new logo, and this is the one I've cropped already, so now you can see that's much larger in the space, right? It takes up more of the space because you've eliminated that filler space that didn't need to be there. Now I can go ahead and change my sizing of this logo. I mean, it's small right here, but I can change it and make it bigger. So that kind of fits the space really nicely. So then that's another way to do that. You can just go either change the file size itself within Canva, or take that file, download it as a PNG right out of Canva, and then just do a quick crop. And again, there's different tools you can use. I happen to use PicMonkey, but just crop out that white space or that transparent kind of dead space around your logo. Just crop it in nice and tight. And then that way you'll be able to adjust your sizing within the header bar and the logo spacing just as it is. So again, the two issues that I see most often are that colored background behind your logo because it's not been saved as a transparent image, or too much space around your logo. Now, let's say you don't have a logo at all and you are starting from scratch, but you want to have something that looks professional at the top of your site. You can actually start with, instead of an image logo or an image logo, you can start with just a text logo. So that is a nice, easy way to get a clean looking logo here. So you can type whatever you'd like. And you can style it using the styling tools here, using your fonts and your colors that you have input into your website as your global style. So again, here's where you can choose things like your font. You can make this bigger. You can change the text color on this. So you can change and have a nice professional looking logo just using text that's already built in to your Shine Pages site. So you don't need to have an image logo already created. Again, if you're just starting out, you don't have an image already, this is a great, easy way to look nice and professional, to have your logo be, and you can actually do other things to it. Whoops. And click the settings of that logo again here. I mean, you can change a lot of things about it. You can have one part of it just be a different color. You know, this can be brighter, so it can be a brighter red, or this can actually be a totally separate font from the rest. Let's say you want this to be, you know, a different font altogether and different sizing or different color. So you can totally change up the way that the logo looks, and it can actually look kind of like a very stylized scripted logo that was created in a thing like Canva, but you can do it just with text. So there's 3 different options for you. 1, create your image with a PNG file or transparent background, or make your header, like here in the header settings, match the background of your header to whatever color is already in the background using that ColorZilla dropping tool if you don't know your hex codes. Number 2 is cropping down your images so that you have that smaller shape around your logo, and it makes your logo actually appear larger within the space. And number 3 is just going ahead and using the logo as a text image and changing the text here. So I hope that helped. It will help make your header overall look very professional, really nice, really clean. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and we can't wait to see you shine online. Thanks so much.